Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing really well, no matter where you are. Hope all the moms out there, again, in the whole wide world, hope all the moms being blessed. Amazing Mother's Day. You know what, you guys all make a difference to the whole world. I just want to speak to you if we have any female subscriber to the channel. And of course, for all the dudes out there, keep striving, keep being blessed, keep doing the right thing. Look after people around you, your friends, your family, and of course, enjoying the watch collection to the max. Now, today, I want to mention the topic because it's really intrigued by, I believe one of my subscribers left a note in one of the most recent uploads. And he said, Felix, with all respect, the content of your channel is becoming a bit more repetitive. The watches that you're showing becomes a bit more repetitive. And that's what he said, right? So of course, right, naturally, out of my natural reaction, I was a bit embarrassed, to be honest, right? But then I calmed myself. I said, thanks, man. That's exactly how I feel, right? So after a couple of minutes, because I know without the love of hobby, without the love of watches, the love of Seikos, the love of affordable sports diving watches, some of the most iconic sports watches being made in recent history of time, that subscriber wouldn't leave that comment down in the comment section below. So I thank for that feedback, because again, it's because of it's coming out of love. Now, so what am I gonna do about it? I think I wanna, right? I wanna give it back to where the credit is due. I wanna give it back to you guys. I mean, looking back, a couple years ago, this channel had about 25 subscribers. I had about, I think about 8 or 10 diver watches and sort of sports watches that Seiko made at the time. Many of them, if not all of them, are gone out of the collection, right? That we've introduced new watches and new concepts. Now, without you guys, without the love, without the commitment, without the inspiration that I borrow from you guys, that is to everyone and anyone that ever come across my channel, of course, the one that decided to stay, I wouldn't be able to create what I've created so far. I think about 2 years, 350 videos, over 10,000 watching hours, 360,000 times of watch views, over 10,000 likes, all that kind of stuff. But those are the specs, those are the numbers, right? They're valuable for YouTube, but they are not valuable to me. The moment that I feel valued the most is when I've done a video that I'm looking at, from your perspective, that anyone to come across this channel, that they feel inspired to a point where, they're inspired about their collection, they're inspired about picking up watches that have felt disconnected, they refining that love they have for their Seikos and divers. They've seen few watches, giving them a perspective, something new, help them with their purchase decision, all that kind of stuff. Right? That's where I find the joy. And I want to continue doing that. Now, and again, like I said, right, I really want to break in these two very simple parts. Number one is looking back what we've achieved. I owe you guys everything. Without my subscribers, without people loving, watching, liking, leaving comments down the sections of all my YouTube videos, I wouldn't have the motivation to drive myself. I've got to work, right? I've got a full-time job, and I'm really trying to be the best that I can in my life. I've got a lot of chores around the house I got to do. I've got a beautiful daughter that she's doing great too. I've got a lot of things going on. I've got a work that is extremely demanding. But again, that's all on the side notes. I love what I do, and I love my watches. So again, I think we all need to pat on ourselves, pat on the back. Well done, guys. We traveled so far, but we want to go beyond that. And the way that we're going to go beyond that is, again, I'm going to give it back to you guys. What can I do? What do you want to see in the channel? There are only so much material goods that can take you to, right? We're looking at inspirational channels, the people that I look up to, right? The people that I fall in love with when I was watching YouTube watch video, right? Brandon Robs, Bruce Williams, the two channels that come to mind, they really helped me, really guided me, right? They're talented. I'm not as talented as they are. I don't have as much as resourcefulness. Of course, this channel is a lot younger than they are. And again, they're not the biggest YouTube watch channels, but I'm sure they're having time of their life making those videos, because again, it's coming out of the love, the watches. So what do I do, guys? I mean, I want to go beyond the material goods. There are only so much things you can talk about. For example, these watches right here, the SRPK 17. This is a reissue of the very first Seiko Original 5. Guys, this is a beautiful watch. Of course, you can say that I paired up with elegantly and tastefully with one of the very beautiful fabric strap. This is actually handmade. A very beautiful strap. You know, I think it works extremely well with the watch. I mean, there's so much already being said about watches, right? About this one, SRPK 17. You can find tons of videos online. I talk about these watches, why you should buy it. A lot of YouTubers claim that this was one of the best releases the Seiko has done in 2023. But you know what? There are only so much you can say about those watches. I'm not going to say the same thing again and again. I want to go beyond that. I want to use watch collection as a tool, as a means, in order to go to the level beyond that. That is, we gotta feel inspired. I mean, this is not about you watching my video for about 10 minutes and call it a day. This is about where I want to go. You watch, you hear me, you like hearing my voices, you like seeing what I have, you like my perspectives. But after you're watching my videos, I want you to go out there and start killing the things you really gotta do. I want you to be better at your jobs. If you're in uni, if you're in study, if you're in any academic environment, I want you to strive for it. I want you to stay focused on your books. I want you to make sure you're studying hard, do the things you're really necessarily doing. It's a part of the building of characters to prepare your future self. If you're a young hobbyist to the watch collection, if you got a job on the sides, I want you to stay focused on really what you're gonna do and achieve in life, right? Get your income up to 6 figures if you're still under 6 figures. Get your income up to $200,000 if in the US. I understand there's a very hard economic environment to achieve. I don't know what kind of professions you are, but I want to give you that hope, right? If you are a veteran in the collection world, if you are 50 or 60, you're a senior than me, and you felt that you're lost. If you feel that you love the watches for about 25 years and, you know, sort of life got ahead of you, right? You've got health problems. You've got problems that you can't describe. You've got problems with your marriage. You've got problems with your relationships. I don't know you. But somehow I want to stir my channels to the direction of where if you're watching me, if you're hearing me, I want you to feel better. Because I know that's what it matters. The what don't matter. I mean, we can't take them, you know, this famous line that I always remember Denzel Washington said, there's no, what he said, there's no U-hauls behind the hearse. You can't take material goods with you. I don't care if you have 10 beautiful Seikos. I don't care if you have Rolexes and Makers. I don't care if you have APs. I don't care if you have Vacheron Constant. I don't care what watches you have. You cannot take them with you to the end. They're there for a purpose. You're going to enjoy them for a period of your life, hoping you make your life better in the same time. And you're going to pass it on to someone else, another collector, or maybe pass it on within someone that in your family that loves the watches, the beyond just the utility perspective of it. So that's what I want to do. I'm not sure, guys, I'm delivering the right message, but I want to go beyond just a normal watch YouTube, a watch channel on the YouTube. There's plenty of people talking about watches on its own. There's plenty of people talking about watches on a spec. There are plenty of people trying to promote watches from the micro brand. There's plenty of people covering expensive watches. There are plenty of people covering the highly desired watch, the watch that's going to stay on the wait list for about a couple of years, or you got to behave well in order to get on the list in the beginning. There are plenty of those already, as far as I can know, as far as I see. So I want to find a gap. I want to find a gap for myself. I want to find a gap, you know, for me as into the bigger picture. Because again, what we're trying to do in the whole world, I don't care what you are. I don't care what part of the world you are. The only way to get through life is to find a gap, is to find a position that where you will see you are valuable, not just to yourself, but to others. Okay? You want to be in that position, because that position will put you in the constant, you know, position of motion. You keep striving, you keep trying to see where it fits that you're gonna help the people around you a bit more. That's it, guys. Okay, so if there's any tips, if there's any guidance, if any advices, do you think that I should do about my channel, guys? Not only like and subscribe to our community in our channel, but leave a comment, put the stories to your life. You know, people is really gonna get inspired, right? If you lost the love of the watches and somehow you found it again, If you think there's some tricks, if there's some tips about staying in love with watches, if you think there's any hints that you can give, you can share, comments on the section below. People will enjoy it. I'm telling you, right? The internet thing is a miracle to itself. People around the whole world, whether you're looking at distance between Northern Hemisphere or 1,000, you're looking at, people that are, $10,000, $20,000, 20,000 kilometers apart, people will feel inspired because of you being here. All right? So keep striving, keep doing well, no matter where you are. No doubt, I'll see you guys very shortly in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.